There will be a lot of times that test your patience. There will be clients whose demands just keep going off the roof. They stop management who expect you to be updated and to have the numbers ready in place. There are presentations to be made. There are a lot of meetings that you're running in backlog. The meetings take away 30 to 40% of your time. You also have a lot of responsibilities of your own. Hey, you're a management professional. You need to get things done. You're a management professional. You need to ensure that the team is performing right. The delegation that's happening needs to happen better. The team that's performing needs to perform at par with respect to going ahead and doing things. All this time, you've been wondering what are the things that I need to do to ensure that I feel good at the end of the day. It's not the weekend that I'm waiting for. This program, Managing Better, is designed for middle to top level management who go ahead and manage clients, get things done through their team, or have an individual contributor role and yet are managing some element of business, who need to build relationships with client, understand what are their pressure points, manage escalations, difficult behaviors. They could be internal stakeholders or external ones. There could be times when you're communicating what you need to say, but the tone goes up. The anger needs to be channeled in a way in which it does not affect relationships at work. You don't start bursting because of the stress that you're managing. This hair fall, there are eyes that have sunk right in the eyeball, and there are also sleepless nights, and you don't feel fresh enough to wake up in the morning to go to office, and yet you're managing others. You need to become self-aware. There are a couple of biases around people from the cities that they come, the gender that they have. So creating inclusiveness, how to start fresh with people, how to make those conversations, but it does not affect work, where it does not affect you, your family, your spouse, your relationship at home, but that pressure that you handle at work does not get translated and end up on the couch while watching Netflix. And that's all that you're doing through the weekend because it's too much of work and you just don't have time to cope up and find time for yourself. How do you become self aware? How do you ensure that you are enabling the team to perform better so that the next time you delegate, you're sure that we'll get things done? How do you start trusting them? Oh, but I tried, it did not work out. They just don't know how to get things done, and I need to intervene every time. Take a pause, ask yourself, are you the one who's intervening every time there's a task that needs to get done? Why is that happening? And then the team says, oh, you're micromanaging. How do you avoid doing that? How do you start getting into a place where there's more of openness, there's more of trust, the relationship goes high? The next time there's an escalation at the client level, the relationship is so strong that you can still manage to have that conversation and go ahead and tell them what's really happening back at the team level. Because not everything's under your control. Somebody else is managing the switch, somebody else is coding, somebody else is going ahead and setting up the project. The vendor has not supplied, he has not stayed up to the promise. How do you ensure that your project is still smooth? How can you create a mechanism in which your reporting keeps your superiors in the loop? What are the things that need to happen so that the medium that you choose to have meetings with different stakeholders is right for you? What needs to go out on emails? What needs to go in person while you're in conversation? How do you make those meetings effective so that the 30% or 40% of bandwidth that is being taken away, the 3-4 hours that you spend dealing with people and getting them to a level where processes are not helping you to creating a structure? Let's go ahead and have this conversation and understand how to make this possible. If you're a management professional, you can go ahead and head over to the courses section and choose a course that suits your liking or your requirement for the day. If you are an HR, a decision maker, or a business leader who wishes to go ahead and get this course done for your guys at your company to help them manage better, to enable them, to ensure that the productivity is high but your person is also being taken care of, then please go ahead and contact us and we'll build a custom workshop for you where we combine the relevant modules based on the training need, the training intervention that we have with your company, understand what needs to go through, assess your managers to understand where are they at and where they need to be at, and do this over a period of time depending on the kind of engagement that we have. You also have the option of group coaching, so that your managers still have a hand to hold on to while they're in that process. You're just not pushed off the cliff and said, hey, you need to fly all by yourself. What happens when they're flying and something does not work right? They've got somebody on the radio telling them, hey, this is what you need to do. These are the instructions that you need to follow. Why not equip your people to perform better at work, so that your company can then outshine and perform and build those relationships at client place, so that you don't need to step in every time the manager's at fault. Those escalations are managed by themselves. The difficult behaviors are still keeping your guys calm. Let's talk this about, because it's high time and we all know that it's required for the day. I am Vinay Mantri and signing off on behalf of Inner Sky Consulting. Looking forward to having you all on the other side. Excited. Take care.